there. So for a number of reasons, 2022 was pretty hard. I think a lot of people feel this way. I feel this way for sure. And I think a lot of the self-improvement that I had been reaching towards, despite having met a lot of my goals, did kind of slip away in terms of like intentionality with how I use my time and just mindfulness in general. So something that I want to do this year, 2023, and ostensibly all years after that, is curb my social media usage and start using social media in a more productive, if that's even possible, way. And really, I think the productive way would be not using it at all, except for promoting my stuff. So that's kind of where I'm sitting at right now. That's kind of what I'm thinking going into this video. I'm setting up some rules for myself for quitting social media for January. And it's not gonna be like a cold turkey, only treating social media as the problem scenario. It's gonna be treating this symptom and also looking at some other aspects of my life that I think I've been neglecting and trying to make them better, and we'll see how it goes. But in general, just logging on occasionally to post something and leave. A lot of my time right now is wasted scrolling through Twitter, Reddit, Instagram. I'm a big sucker for the short form video content, unfortunately. So I would like to curb my consumption of these forms of media, if you can even call it that, and instead refocus my energies toward reading books, both fiction and nonfiction, that I'm interested in, using that extra time to work on my videos, maybe make some music if I get there, and in general, just be a bit more mindful with my day-to-day experiences and how I use my time. I have a lot of interests, hobbies, values, and the way that I've been conducting myself recently in terms of just kind of like neglecting my own well-being in all aspects, health, emotional, mental well-being, is unacceptable, needs to change. So I think that this is going to be a good first step, and you're going to come along with me. I don't usually do vlogs. I honestly am barely on camera anymore on my channels, and that's for a number of reasons, both not wanting to get ready in order to appear on camera, also not being super confident in my appearance because of weight gain since COVID. So I'm also going to be going to the gym, and I'm going to be making an effort to vlog every single day of this experience. Just turn on this camera or my phone camera and just talk to you about how it's going. You're here, you read the title of the video, you know what's gonna happen. So I will see you and future me in about 30 days. We'll see how it goes. I will talk about my experiences and how close I got to reaching this productivity nirvana that I'm aspiring to, and we'll go from there. All right, good luck, geeks. Something I wanted to mention that I neglected to mention during that intro segment is that I don't think things go super well for me when I quit cold turkey. I think they go a lot better when I approach a change that I want to make with mindfulness as the intention, or however you would say it. So instead of saying none of this and absolutely no accommodations, that's part of why I am approaching it this way instead. Okay, I hope I covered everything. Yo, so I honestly don't have that much to say about days 1 and 2. We were renting a dumpster and decluttering, so I just didn't have that much time in general to be on the internet. YouTube Shorts are definitely the most difficult thing for me so far because I am pretty much always like have a window open on my computer for YouTube or whatever because I'm a YouTuber and I read my comments. So it's really hard for me to like only watch the long form videos and tune out the shorts, but I'm really trying to do that. I'm trying not to click on them. I did have to go on Instagram to like check one of my DMs and like tell my friend like, hey, I'm quitting, so I need you to text me instead. But other than that, the first 2 days were fine. I'm reading a couple books right now. I'm reading one called Spent that is about like healing bad spending patterns. I definitely need to be a bit better with money. That's just something I didn't really do super well with learning so far in my life, so I'm working on that. And I'm reading Bullshit Jobs by David Graeber, which is essentially just a book about how some jobs are kind of just pointless bureaucracy. I also started a book called White Tears, Brown Scars that's about white feminism and how it harms women of color. I'm already really enjoying it after the first few pages, and I think that is it. Yeah, so we'll see how the rest of the month goes, but I'm feeling pretty good to start. Hey, I'm in my kitchen. It's It's day 4. I've barely used Instagram. I've only gotten on Twitter to promote things. That was a bagel. I literally don't use TikTok, so that's not a issue. The main thing so far has been Reddit, and I think my only hope is like uninstalling it from my phone, because every time I go to open a social media app, instead of opening like the Kindle app to read a book or something, I mean, I'm still doing that, but I'm just opening Reddit, and then I'm filling that time I would spend on Instagram or Twitter or whatever with Reddit instead. And that's not really the point of this experiment. I think I'm going to just stop using Reddit for the month of January, and anytime I feel that impulse, I'm going to read one of the books that I have been reading. Excited to spend a lot more time reading, which I feel like genuinely enriches my life, versus just, scrolling infinitely, looking at skinny women and feeling bad about myself. Like, I already have a sense of fashion. I don't really need this stuff. Hi, it's 8:30, and the other 2 clips that I recorded for today, day 5, I forgot to turn the little switch on my interface on to give power to this mic, so that was a fail. But I wrote this last night in my notes for the evening of day 4. The more I open my phone and realize I'm not allowed to go on Reddit, Instagram, or Twitter, and Facebook, the more I realize that they are a bandage for boredom. I also sleep better. What I'm noticing as I start to become more mindful about this stuff is that every time I get on my phone, it's just because I'm bored and I'm looking for quick dopamine fix and something to cure the boredom. But ultimately, the most successful thing so far has been putting the phone down and either spending time with someone I care about or working on something I should be working on. So I'm like starting to feel a little bit burnt out because I just haven't really had like a solid block of time to do something like watch a movie or otherwise luxuriate because I'm pretty busy. So I think that these like quick social media breaks that I had been taking and have like built the habit of is kind of how I like turn off my brain and stop doing anything. So I want to figure out a way to relax for like 0 to 20 minutes at a time and see what I can replace that with to give my brain a break. Because yeah, the constant like either doing my job stuff or doing like organizing tasks around my house or editing or writing, while it has been a productive week, I'm definitely feeling a little bit exhausted and my brain is just like begging for a break. I have the night to myself and I'm falling into a social media hole. I've been doing so good, but I'm bored. Like, I literally don't know what to do with myself, and nothing sounds fun, which is so sad. Like, I had a great time going to the movies today. I like caught up on my favorite shows and whatever, but I've got all these games I can play and all these movies that I could watch, and I don't know, like, I just wish I had someone to hang out with right now. That's really the only thing that I want.
We did it!
Oh,
We love you guys!
yeah.
Ooh. Oh my
Thank you
god.
for your time. So much for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kiki and Man, so much for your hard work.
Yes, thank you.
I was about to say.
Hey, Okay, so wearing the same sweater as earlier in the video, but hopefully you can tell by my hair being longer and my voice being different because I'm a little bit sick, and my background probably being messier, that time has passed. It is a different day now. It is February 1st. So I wanted to talk about how this experiment went, both as like an actual life experiment and as a video, me documenting it. First of all, video didn't get past really like the first week of documenting and vlogging everything before I gave up on that. The reason for that is I actually started medication to help with my executive dysfunction and attention and focus issues somewhere around the first week of January, and after that things quickly ramped up, and honestly I was just focused on taking care of my health and adjusting to the meds and much less focused on making a video. But the point of this video was for me to try to fix my life, right? For me to actually do a glow up that wasn't just like getting a makeover and getting a tan and then saying that I fixed all my problems, but to actually fix my problems. I have the first week vlogged. You probably just saw that material. After that, I stopped filming because I was doing other stuff. I was really busy. The second week, my focus was the indie animation pitch night live stream, which if you follow Cartoon Community Hub, you may have seen by now. Basically, I spent from like October to January organizing this live stream event where 20 different animators would create a pitch deck about their series and then share it on the stream in order to get more visibility. Oh my gosh, my voice is so low. Anyway, that was a great success. It took up most of week 2, and that is when I started my meds. So I just don't really have much else that I remember about that week. Week 3, I was mostly focused on getting acclimated to my medication, honestly. It's norepinephrine based, so I was pretty tired. I was having tiny anxiety attacks all the time when I was getting used to a different level of certain chemicals in my brain and bloodstream. But by the end of week 3, going into week 4, I was feeling pretty good. And lately, honestly, things have been great. I did kick my like clothing spending habit. Like that's been better for sure. I've been a lot better at keeping up with my chores and stuff too. Like, you know, not perfect, and I'm reading a book on that I'll drop a little picture of over here. That has definitely gotten a little bit easier. Like I spent an hour and a half doing stuff in my kitchen yesterday, and I didn't really like break a sweat over it. Speaking of breaking a sweat, I also started exercising again, so I'm pretty happy about that. But it wasn't in like the conventional way. I actually picked up DDR pads for my PlayStation 2 and my original Xbox, and then I was able to recover my saves from when I used to play DDR Ultramix 2 on the Xbox back in the day, which, despite mid graphics, has the best soundtrack of all of them in my opinion. And I also had a bunch of copies of DDR games for PS2 that I had picked up a while back when I had one of those like shitty thin mats. So that's been really fun, and since I bought the new mats, my scores have gone up from like C's to A's, so definitely worth it for me to get the foam ones in the end. And I have been seeing my weight drop down just a little bit from playing DDR, so that's been great. Also eating better in general, eating a lot more fruits and veggies and whole foods, less processed stuff, because all of these habits tend to just roll and stack on top of each other, and things just keep getting better and better, honestly. Even like my work life has been better, my YouTube experience has been better. I'm on top of my work, I'm getting stuff done early, I'm working ahead on other projects. Yeah, I guess the point of this video is maybe not that like you should get on medication, but for me, I tried pretty much everything before I did this. All of them feel like band-aids, whereas this feels like I'm actually moving towards solving the problem, because I could, you know, impose all of these rules on myself and I could try all of these planners, but the fact is that my brain has a deficiency that makes it a lot more difficult for me to get things done. And as a result of dealing with that deficiency and treating that deficiency, it's been easier to get stuff done. It's helped my depression, it's helped my anxiety, it's helped my executive dysfunctioning issues, and in general, I'm just feeling a lot better. So, did I 100% fix my life? Is everything perfect now? No. But am I on the track to actually having a better life, actually being more on top of my stuff, actually doing the things that I want to do? Yeah, absolutely, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. So I recorded a bunch of like end of month recap, and then I remembered that at the beginning of the month, my goal was to quit social media because I thought that that was the source of all of my problems. So, that is indicative of like the patches that I was trying to put on my life, the, different random solutions that I thought would fix everything. That didn't. I definitely did tone back my social media usage for a while, and I read some books instead with my time, and that was great. I'm still reading more, and I've started drawing again too, so I am really enjoying all of that. I've definitely diversified the ways that I distract myself and use my free time, but also I just do more work now because of my improved focus. Now if I go on Instagram, I'm literally just looking at like Whimsigoth reels because I want outfit inspiration. And I don't really find that to be a problem, that like intentional consumption where I'm going there to specifically do something. I don't care as much about missing things. I'll just like go on there to check my notifications because I have everything muted. So that's pretty much the only time that I'm going on them now, just to like check DMs and notifications, because I do get DMs from people who watch my videos and from my friends on Instagram and Twitter, so I just want to make sure I respond to those, and then I'll check notifications, and then I'll pretty much just go back to whatever I was doing. Very, very funny that at the beginning of this month I thought that quitting social media would fix all my problems. I don't think that's the answer, because social media overusage is just a symptom of a larger problem that I am now actually dealing with for real. Yeah, there's an addendum to what I just recorded. Sorry about the shot change. So, I'm not sure how many more times I'm gonna try to vlog on this channel, honestly, because the first time didn't go that well, but I am interested in talking about my experiences as a UX/product designer. I'm interested in showing some behind the scenes stuff about how my videos work. I'm interested in making content about how I make the videos, advice on making the videos, things that I think are helpful in every step of the process, along with other like personal growth topics, self-care topics, etc. Maybe giving some more anecdotal life advice experience type content. So if that's something that interests you, please let me know. This is the first actual upload as a video for Kiki's Garden, and as far as I'm concerned, I have watered the flowers this month. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, tell your friends you love them, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.